G'day friends, and welcome to our DSP card kits to go. It's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. So today I have another kit ready for you to purchase. We're using the Dainty Flowers DSP from the January-February celebration, and I've just used the opposite side of it. Okay, and we'll also be playing with our daisy punches. That's the large one, which is retired, and the medium one along with our leaf punch. Okay, so every couple of weeks I release a card kit that's been created with retired product. Now, in saying that, mostly the retired product is DSP, or we could use a retired stamp. Now the stamp sets, punches, etc. aren't included in the kit. It's just the product, cardstock paper, embellishments, maybe a little bit of ribbon, that's included in the kit. Okay, so you'll get a sketch layout that you can use over and over again. You get 2 cards in your kit that you can create. Now, in saying that, you can create them this way or you can create that way. It's entirely up to you, which is why I've included the 2 kits. Okay, you get a list of supplies that I've used, as well as the video link for this project. There's no stamped images as per Stampin' Up policy, no envelopes or no insides. Okay, now also too, there are only limited limited kits available, and for this one I've only got 4 available. So basically, once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, now in saying that, thank you everyone that purchased our first kit. I was blown away actually, so I really appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed creating them. Okay, yes, and the kits are only available in Australia. I'm sorry, I can't send them overseas. I can only send them throughout Australia. Okay, so these are all our bits and bobs that we're going to be using. So this is Gorgeous Grape, our little bit of Gorgeous Grape. Now I've got Granny Apple Green, and I've also got Soft Sea Foam. Now I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, but we'll have a play. And I have forgotten our DSP. Just bear with me. I'll see if I can find a piece. Oh, fancy forgetting that. The most important thing in our kits, and I've forgotten it. Okay, so what we're going to do first is grab a piece of we're going to grab a small piece of Coastal Cabana, and we're actually going to stick this to the bottom of that piece. Now, you could use either side. It's entirely up to you which piece or which side you want to use. So I'm going to be using the Fresh Freesia side. I'm just going to put a piece of glue to the back, and we're just going to stick that to there, just like that, so that it's nice and straight. Come in with our scissors and trim off the sides. And that's that done. Then we're going to bring in our piece of basic white. I have changed, I did use petal pink there, but I wanted it to pop a little bit more, so I've changed it out to Coastal Cabana. Then we're just going to put this down the bottom with a nice even space around the sides and along the bottom. And then we're just going to press that down. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll put that onto our base card, which I haven't scored. So we'll bring in our trimmer and we'll put that on our 4 1/8 mark, or 10.5, and we'll just score down the middle there. Once that's done, and of course, me being me, I always forget the bone folder. Now this is Gorgeous Grape, okay, and you'll have two base cards in your kit of Gorgeous Grape. We're just going to stick this down to our base card so that it's nice and even. Around the sides, that looks pretty even. Okay, so that's done. So we'll put that aside for the moment. Then we're going to do our flowers. So we'll bring in a piece of basic white and we'll punch our large daisy first. I love daisies, that's why I haven't got rid of my big punch. 1, 2, put that aside. Oops. Bring in our medium daisy punch. Now all the shapes will be punched out for you, so you don't have to worry if you don't have to punch. Okay, it's all done for you. Get rid of that. Then what we're going to do, now you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but what we're going to do is bring in our sponge daubers and we're going to start, well, use Coastal Cabana. Okay, all we're going to do is sponge a little bit of colour. Just move that out of the way so I don't get ink on it. Little bit of colour. I might bring in this paper too. And we're just going to daub a little bit of colour in the middle of our daisies. I need a new sponge dauber. I just daub a little bit of ink over it until I'm just happy with the depth of colour and the coverage. I don't want it to go right up to the tips, but you can if you want to. It's your card. I still like that little bit of white showing. So that was done. Then we'll bring in the medium ones, and we're just going to do the same. I'm just dabbing off that excess onto scrap paper before I start colouring. Now if you don't have the sponge daubers, you can use blending brush or the sponges, or even a tissue. When I haven't had them, I've used tissues as well. So we've done that, we'll put that away now, we're finished with that. And then we're finished with that scrap. We're going to put these together. So all I'm doing, I might put this one. I'm just going to join these together. I'm off-centering the petals, just like that. Just apply pressure for a couple of seconds to glue it down. And you could do this before you glue it down, but I never think to do it until it's glued down. Not that it matters much anyhow, because it's going to be flat in the envelope. Okay. Then we're going to do the same with the big daisy. Just off-centering the petals, just like that. Just holding it for a couple of seconds, or you could place punch a block over it, just something heavy to glue it into place. Then what we're going to do is add a little bit of glue to the back of our smaller one. You could add a dimensional if you wanted to, but I'm keeping mine all flat. And then I'm just putting that in the middle of the large one. And again, just holding it in place. Or if you wanted to, as I said, place a punch over or a block to hold it into place so that it's glued down. Then what I've done, and you will get this in your kit, is I've actually embossed a piece of grey granite with an embossing folder. I think I've used the Time Warp 3D, and then I've punched it out with a small circle punch, or you could die cut it out, it's up to you. And we're just going to put that in the middle like that. And again, holding it in place until it's glued down and adhered nicely. And again, I don't know why I keep doing this, but I think it's a habit more than anything, because, yeah, as I said, it's going to lay flat anyhow. Okay, so that's our flower done. And what we'll do while we're here, we'll add a dimensional to the back, but don't take it off yet, the sticky lid. Then we're going to bring in our piece of basic white, and we're going to stamp our sentiment. So I'm going to use the greeting from Friends Are Like Seashells, and I'm going to use Happy Birthday to My Beautiful Friend. Okay, and we're going to stamp that in Fresh Freesia. So that's what that colour is. So now I just tap, 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 and I always stamp onto scrap paper first, just so that I know it's nice and straight, or you could use your Stamparatus. So I'm just going to stamp that down there, hoping it's straight, and that's pretty good. So we'll put that aside for the moment, and we'll stick this to our piece of gorgeous scrape. You could have used Coastal Cabana, you could have used Gorgeous Scrape, or you could have even used grey granite if you wanted to, or even soft sea foam. So that's done. Then we're going to bring in some dimensionals, our Stampin' dimensionals, and we're going to put a couple on the back. Taking the sticky lids off, and one in the middle. Bring in our base card. Stick that to there like that so that it's nice and straight, and once you've got it nice and straight and you're happy with it, then press down gently. Okay, I prefer the Coastal Cabana behind that, it just picks it up a little bit to the petal pink. Then we're going to bring in our daisy, take off our sticky lid, and we're just going to put that to there, just like that. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to test this to see which is the best. I'm just going to stamp a leaf out with soft sea foam, and I'm going to punch one out, I should say, with Granny Apple Green. And depends, I suppose, if you like the bright colours, it pops it, or you know what, I think we might go with the brighter ones. So we'll just punch out one more. And the leaves will be in your kit, so then we're going to apply a little bit of glue to the back. Now I just always do it to the bottom, just along the bottom, and I just let my leaves hang loose. Just like that. Okay, and we'll do this one. And again, just to the back, just along the bottom, I should say. And we'll bring in that one. Oops. Oops. Just like that. And we'll grab this little one. And the same thing, just along the bottom. If you want to stick the whole lot down, you're quite welcome to do that too. And that. And that is it. And all we're going to do now to finish it off is to bring in some, we're going to use the gold, I think, the gold Adhesives backed swirls. Okay, so we've got enough to go around, and I just thought the gold might pick it up, add a little bit more oomph to the card. So we'll put one there, one over there, same as the other one. And that is our card. So same, a little bit different, but this is what you will be receiving, okay? That's the original, and we've just picked it up, oomphed it up a little bit, I suppose. So see, I told you I was obsessed with puffing these up. Okay, so thanks very much for joining me. Now, all the details will be below, and including the link to purchase the kit. And as I said, I've only got 4 available this time. And as soon as they're purchased, I'll pop them in the post for you as soon as I can. Okay, thanks very much, everyone. It's really appreciated. And thanks again to those that purchased the first kit. It was really, really appreciated and a huge surprise. Okay, thanks. Enjoy your week. See ya. All right.